Hi, my name is Antonio Gutierrez, and I'm here, and I have my membrane concept map, and I will now turn behind the camera and explain it for you. Okay, so to begin, we have the plasma membrane, which at the bottom you see that it is made up of a phospholipid bilayer and membrane proteins. Now, under the phospholipid bilayer, I wrote that it has hydrophobic tails and hydrophilic heads. Now, because it has both the hydrophobic and hydrophilic, it is called an amphipathic molecule because it has both of those. Now, the hydrophobic tails are made up of saturated fatty acids and unsaturated fatty acids. If we go back to the plasma membrane, we will see the strand that says sterols, and because it is made up of certain sterols and steroids, and steroids is right underneath sterols because sterols are like a subunit of steroids. And then also the plasma membrane it has selective permeability, and the way things get transported and pass through is through vesicles. Now, again to the plasma membrane, up here to the top left corner, we see that it has an electrochemical gradient and a concentration gradient. Now, with the electrochemical gradient, it has to do with simple diffusion, active transport, and osmosis. As for the concentration gradient, we see that hypotonic solution, hypertonic solution, and isotonic solutions are all based on the concentrations inside and outside the membrane. Now, the plasma membrane was first described as being a sandwich model, and this was by Darson and Denali, and they said that they had the phospholipid bilayer was basically on each side of the exterior there were proteins, and that was later found incorrect by the fluid mosaic model, and this model stated that the proteins were inside and they were touching the hydrophobic tails as well as the hydrophilic heads on the exterior. Now, back to the plasma membrane, I have here the membrane proteins and just all the membrane proteins, and at the two bottom it says integral and peripheral, just another placement where the proteins can be found in the membrane. And these membrane proteins have a membrane channel and an ion channel. Now, these are the ways in which things can pass through, and the membranes and the phospholipid bilayer. And through the membrane channel, we have passive transport, which is basically without energy, very easy. And then that's channel mediated passive transport. And then with the ion channel, we have gated ion channel. And yeah, that is it. That is for my plasma membrane concept map, and I hope you enjoyed.